Hello guys, today is a big one. There is potential for the Oculus Quest 2 to become even more powerful as the next gen standalone device for even bigger and better games. There's a new PlayStation VR patent, Facebook are being sued, there are new Quest features, there's also a virtual reality gym, but in real life. There's also a Quest 2 giveaway if you're interested in that too. And for this video, we do have a sponsor, but there are timestamps down below if you just want to click over it. But I agreed to this one because you guys gave me such good feedback on it and it's educational, so how can I say no? So we have 3 courses available from the brilliantly rated tutor with over 2,000 reviews and 25,000 students, teaching them the VR fundamentals, whether you want to learn Unity or Unreal. There is a course for each, including one that is designed specifically around multiplayer development. Each course is broken down into small bite-sized chunks so you can complete it within your own time. Whenever you've got time available, you can come and do a bit of this because I know some of us, we have very, very busy lives. There is a SteveKnows discount code, so the course will only cost you $9.99 and it does not require any programming experience. So if you are just starting out and you want to start pursuing a passion, this will be a great place to start and you can become part of the future of VR. So I'll link all 3 of those courses down below in the description. And that is enough chin wagging. Let's get started. So starting off with Virtual Desktop, they have released a new update which has improved the quality of the synchronous space warping and reduces any warping artifacts. It also allows you to play HDR content if you've got a device that supports it. So if you are running at lower frame rates because you just don't have a powerful enough PC to play the latest and greatest games, this space warp is going to extrapolate intermittent frames and give you the illusion of a higher frame rate, giving you more power behind your play so you can play the bigger and better games. And speaking of, Meta have just announced they are bringing a new feature to the Quest called Application Space Warp. Although this is something Virtual Desktop has done since June, this is theoretically going to let high-end standalone games run at a potential 120 frames a second, but really they'll be running at 60, just like the PlayStation VR experience is. Although this is a feature that is going to be controlled by the developers, so it's going to have to be built into the game itself. It's not going to be us going to the experimental section and ticking enable. So it's going to take depth data and vectors and predict and warp the next frame rather than asking the system to render a completely new one. Meta have said that this would give the Quest an additional 70% overhead, which is no joke. That is a big leap. That's like a next-gen leap, which could lead to higher-end visuals, better graphics, better ports. Perhaps we can get Half-Life Alyx on the Quest. I doubt it, but we can hope. But at the very least, we can get Lone Echo 1, which is an Oculus franchise, onto the Quest system, surely. But of course, it's not all song and dance. There are drawbacks to these methods, such as latency. It doubles, although we're talking about milliseconds here. And you likely wouldn't notice such a small difference, but it is there. And of course, you may be able to see visual artifacts during the warping. But Oculus have thought about this, and they have methods to solve these potential issues. So Oculus have to solve this problem if they want it to be good, and they are, so good. I just hope this isn't a get out of jail free card for many people optimizing their games for the headset, because they could be like, oh, this game isn't reaching 72 frames a second. Let's just whack some warp on it. And, which means we wouldn't get bigger and better games. We would get less optimized normal games. And I just hope that doesn't happen. Next, a quick touch on this one.
Is that what I think it is?
I sure hope it is.
All right, come on in.
What's in a fucking box?
Basti, who recently posted the object maps for the Cambria headset we saw from Facebook, has put up a video showing the 3D construction of those maps so we can see what Cambria or MetaQuest Pro or insert name here is actually going to look like. We can see it in all its glory. It's got a small form factor, a flat unit on front, meaning it won't be far away from the face, causing pain, especially with a Halo strap, which is going to be incredibly comfortable. We see the charging panel for the device to sit on the desk with, and the controllers with the embedded cameras. We just now need to see it in person, or one step further, be in one. So the Quest has just had a really beastly update, giving us more features that make you go, So let's go over the version 34 update, starting with the Guardian. Space Sense is here. The Guardian update allows you to see things coming into your play space, so no more jump scares, no more children that are going to be hit, no more dogs being kicked, no more trousers being soiled. So a pretty great feature. Just enable it in the experimental sections, although sadly this is only available on the Quest 2, not the Quest 1, and it only works for room scale play, not stationary, which makes sense because stationary you're only getting like an arm's reach anyway. But this feature, using it, oh my goodness, I thought this feature was actually incredibly annoying. Might just be because I'm in the UK, I don't have incredible amounts of space, so in my small play area, I put Space Sense on and I can see my room. I can see like my pictures, the walls all coming through in pink. And I just found it really disorientating. I actually don't really like this feature. It's a cool idea, but personally it wasn't for me. There is a new home environment, Horizon Home, which they did say at the Connect event will be part of the new social hub eventually when they enable such a thing to bring friends over into your own play space so you guys can hang out and have fun. But this one is a nice environment for working professionally. It's a nice calm one because we all love work. So we also have 2D apps for multitasking. I saw this before the version 34 update, so I'm not sure why it's part of the release notes. I did do a dedicated video on it showing off all the 2D apps. They were all the same file size, and it turns out they're just putting wrappers around browser web applications, so you may as well just use the browser. The apps are Facebook, Instagram, Spike, and Smartsheet. We are waiting for Spotify. And 2D apps are coming to App Lab as well. They are being accepted, so make sure you have multitasking enabled in experimental features to really utilize this. Android phone notifications. It was a sad day when Apple got all the cool features like mixed reality capture, phone notifications, but at least now Android is joining the game partially. Phone notifications can now be received on your headset, forwarded from your phone to your Quest, and it now provides more information such as the app icon that the notification is for. They've adjusted the standby mode, so it should leave you with more battery life, so less often you should walk into a room, pick up your headset, really wanting to play some VR and escape the world, and oh no, the headset is dead. There's an AirLink update as well. They've improved the security when using the wireless PSVR method in case there's a guy in a van outside of your house trying to steal your connection with the handshake hacking method. And they've also mentioned what I said in a video a few weeks back about Windows 11 support not being stable when using the link or the AirLink. So use Windows 10 if you've got it, don't update to Windows 11. Although there is recently an update that's come out that fixes support for virtual desktop on Windows 11. So if you are on Windows 11 and you're experiencing issues, don't use AirLink, use virtual desktop for now. Voice commands, which is only available in the USA, which sucks because I would have loved to have that feature. But now you can ask it more generic questions like, what's the weather like? What's 9 plus 10? How much is a Starbucks? Or media controlling, telling it to stop, play, skip a video, which is really, really cool. I loved this on my Xbox, and I'm not salty about not having it at all. And something that's nifty for us keynotes now, people that love to get the updates as early as possible, there is now a public testing channel made available for the Oculus Quest, just like the PC software had, which means you can try out features that are in beta before the official release. So to activate this, go to the Oculus app, go to the device settings, and then go to advanced, and then enable public test channel. However, once you have the new beta version, you can't revert it, so be aware, once you're on the public test channel, you can't go back. Okay, right, let's talk about a game now, because many of you have been screaming about wanting games for so long, and when I saw this trailer, I lost my mind. The game is called Resist from Binary Mills, the developers of Gun Club, a very reliable studio, and it looks like this could be some people's new favourite game, if it delivers. So coming November 11th is this action RPG set in a dystopian future that will allow you to swing along skyscrapers whilst battling enemies around the city, but it's not linear either. This is an open world experience. You can explore the world, enjoy side quests, before engaging in the main game. It has RPG elements because it has a skill tree where you can unlock abilities and additional stats. I am playing the game right now, but I can't say anything about it, but stick around to check this one out next week. But from just looking at the trailer, the visuals look stunning and crisp and fast paced. It does not look like a newcomer to VR's game though. You must have your VR legs first. This is a Quest exclusive as well, so sorry PC VR players, but it does seem the majority of PC VR gamers on Steam are Oculus Quest owners anyway, because they have just hit 35% usage according to last month's statistics. And I'm expecting another jump over Christmas with Resident Evil coming out, Medal of Honor bringing in enticing new people, and perhaps people getting gaming PCs for Christmas as well. So another note here, after the Connect conference, we knew Oculus was going to become Meta Quest instead of Oculus Quest. I just didn't think it would be happening so soon. It's so strange to me that all this hype around building the Oculus brand, all of a sudden they're swapping it to Meta. There's a new blog post showing off the new branding for a Star Wars VR experience at Disney World, and they have called it Meta Quest 2. I know many people will read that and be left confused, and still going to call it Oculus as well. We're going to have this long period of Oculus Quest, I mean Meta Quest. Meta Quest is Oculus. And watch people's faces go, why do this during a period of mass adoption, all under the name Oculus, and then suddenly change it? I just don't. This story's pretty awesome, and I want to see more of it, so when people say gym, I'll respond with, who's that? Black Box VR is one of a kind virtual reality gym combining fitness with virtual tech, combining the use of real-world equipment with VR experiences. I would sign up to this gym in a heartbeat, but sadly, it's only in Arizona, Idaho, and California. VR is a great motivator, especially for us gamers, because we want to play, so combining the two just sounds so good. Not only is it a form of escapism, it's got health benefit. It also means in the gym you can have leaderboards and you can compete against each other, and you don't have to watch people pulling that straining face. Or maybe they can sell an all-in-one multi-gym we can have at home with a VR app. Yeah, Black Box, do that. Do a Peloton thing. So this year we've had many reveals, and the tech that's been shown off, I think I'm not alone in saying this, but it's made me really ready for Sony's next-gen headset. Now is the time. We've got big hardware advancements incoming, and a new patent from Sony has just been published detailing some eye tracking tech, which is likely going to be in the PSVR 2. I think it's confirmed to be in there. But having insight into how this is actually going to operate gives us some more details. So they're calling this ROI, or regions of interest, which is their way of saying eye tracking being used for dynamic foveated rendering. In the patent, Sony show that they are using a wireless receiver to a different unit that will process the data received from the eye tracking sensors. Is that a nod at that we're going to have a potential wireless PlayStation VR system? Even though they did say it was going to be wired, they could just be covering the bases because it is a patent. We also show the frames diagram, or I think they're called vertexes, where you can see detail is lost around the edges of the vehicle, but dead ahead where the user is looking around the steering wheel maintains a high fidelity. This is going to be crucial as virtual reality demands increase, but our hardware just can't keep up, or it's not accessible. I wonder what PlayStation VR is going to cost this time around, because they've got a competitor now. The Oculus Quest is making its way into general consumer homes. It's like a household name. Everyone I talk to knows about the device and is curious about using it. So how is Sony now going to break through that and become top dog again? I am really, really curious. So this one is so Facebook to change their company name, not giving a Facebook about others in the space. So they called themselves Meta, but as it turns out, unsurprisingly, there is already a business out there called Meta within the same domain, so they can't call themselves that. There is a Chicago-based tech company, and they are suing Facebook for stealing their name, which results in trademark infringement. They have said that Facebook have tried to buy them in the past and they have declined. So they have tried to bury them with the force of media. And for months now, they have had Facebook's lawyers knocking on their door, trying to sell them the rights to the name, selling their domain's registrations. So they have now gone and put a crazy price tag to let this all blow over, $20 million. But apparently the trademark registrations have not actually been finalized, so it's possible that they may walk away with nothing, but I expect Zuck to just pay the 20 million. They've invested billions into this, so 20 million for that name in this space, that's a smudge on a windscreen in comparison. So that's it from me today, guys. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Please join the Quest giveaway. Don't forget there is also some educational content down below as well. Subscribe to the channel. It just takes a second, and have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day.